मैं
मैं
तुम्हारे
तुम्हारे
पास
पास
आना
आना
चाहता
चाहता हूँ.
Yes.
Okay, at least you did it one word at a time, because if you did the whole sentence, I would have.
Passion for poetry and passion for spicy food.
There was a boy and there was a girl. He stayed at home, she changed the world. They lived so close, she traveled far. Whenever she left, he never could start getting closer.
There was a boy.
एक लड़का था.
एक लड़का था.
हाँ. Next.
She changed his world.
She changed his world. उसने
उसने
उसकी
उसकी
दुनिया
दुनिया
बदली.
बदली. That is hard.
Hello, hi, welcome to ENT Live. I'm Bhavna with you, and today we have amazingly talented two global artists, Ling and Dave Lopez. Welcome to our channel and welcome to India. And
Thank
I
you.
would like to say namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. So, Dave and Ellen, you did remember together?
Yes.
And then you came closer.
I love that. That's great. That is absolutely right.
So now Closer happened. So it's been, I think, 10 days. Closer has released.
Yes.
Yeah, right? So what is the response? What kind of feedbacks you are receiving?
I think we are closing in on 1 million YouTube views already. I mean, that's social media is now the way to gauge sometimes your popularity, and we are getting good response just live. We perform it. I think people can hear the vocals, the voice and his guitar and the chord progressions. And I wrote that song 12 years ago, so we took it out of the archives, and Dave had listened to it when we first met because I played some music for him. He goes, I like that song. So we pulled it out, Dave remastered it and produced it again, put his guitars in there, and this is what you have today.
Okay, so this is the brief. Then what is the main story of writing this song? Like 12 years back you have written that, and then making of this song.
Yeah, I was separated from my wife at the time, and I was alone. So it was a good time for me to just write music again. And I did not write it for my wife at the time. I wrote it for someone else I had a crush on since 7th grade. And once I finished it, I got it recorded, and we went to a studio. I spent a lot of time and energy, resources on it, and then I presented it to her. And she says, "Oh, that's nice," and that was pretty much it. There was nothing happened afterwards. We're still in the friend zone forever. So I just want to let everyone know that you could try to do something that you think is monumental, but if the person is not on this, is just not ready yet for that kind of thing, then you didn't waste any energy. Obviously, it wasn't a waste, but maybe the intent was just to write something beautiful. And now we get to present it to the world versus me just presenting to that one person.
Okay, where she now?
Well, she's doing AI stuff. She was in Time magazine 20 years ago, and now she's just one of these. I can't identify her, but she's a CEO on the boards of many different companies, and she's just a mover shaker.
Okay, so Ellen, it was 2023 when you started your music career, right? So do you think it is late, or we can say that music was your passion, but you don't want to pursue that as a profession?
You have to be ready. I think some people aren't ready. They get pushed into it too soon. That's why you see a lot of early failures, people who just get on drugs and they just tank out, or they get depressed, or they get sick. It's too much too soon. I think for me, I already lived a lot of my life already. I, raised a family. I had a long career in physical therapy. I did very well in it. I'm pretty settled. And if it wasn't for Dave Lopez here, who's been my guide and my mentor and my cheerleader and my producer and my agent in the U.S., I wouldn't even be sitting here talking to you today.
So. We can clearly see the bro code
yeah,
between
there's
you
quite
people.
A bit of broness.
Okay. Achha, so you did remember, and you are doing Closer. If I ask you one good thing and one bad thing about each other, what it would be? I'm asking like a vamp.
The good thing about Dave is that we share equal fundamental value systems as far as family, friendship, and work ethic. And if there's anything about Dave, is sometimes I'm forced to read his mind, but that's the only bad thing about Dave. I have to read his mind sometimes. That's
Like
all.
he's not expressive, or what?
Him?
Yeah.
No, he just doesn't talk about stuff as much as I don't talk about stuff either. That's the other thing that's bad about me. I don't always say when I'm unhappy. I can't express myself very well. Yeah.
And Dave.
I think Alan's, what I love about Alan is his drive, that he doesn't stop. He's always doing stuff. He's just forever. What are you doing? I'm working on a comic. I'm doing this. I'm doing, like, he's never stopping. And the only bad thing I would say is sometimes he's doing so many things that things get overlooked. Like all this, oh, I forgot to do this.
Important stuff.
We have a deadline. You missed the deadline. Oh, but so he's got other deadlines. So so it's cool to be here now because we're just doing music.
Yeah, we're focusing on this.
Yeah. Acha. Alan and Dave, it is always said that there is always a personal connection of artist with their art, with their piece of art. With closer, who is more connected? Like you or you?
To this?
Yes.
I'm probably, because I wrote it. So, but Dave always enhances anything I do, which is great to have someone who can take something you did and make it better. Because a lot of people try to put their stamp on it to the point where they drown out whatever your initial intent was. But Dave never does that with my music. He always makes it better. So.
Well, for me, I have to like it. You know what I mean? I have to like if I didn't like the songs, I can't make it better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you have to be into it. And I've turned down a lot of things that I could have made money, but I just wasn't into it. And it's hard for me to fake it. So when I saw this, when I heard Closer, I'm like, wow, the potential that what I bring to it is really, magical. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In India, is there any artist you people want to collaborate with?
Oh, his name keeps popping up, but it's Lucky Ali.
Lucky Ali.
And the thing that happens is, Malvika Nanda, who's my agent, gave me a short list of people. She goes, you should listen to these people, or at least look them up. And I was, I'm a filmmaker also, so I do music videos. So I was listening to his music and looking at his music videos, and I said, that guy has an eye and a vision for getting the visual and the audio together to make something even better, that enhances the music itself. So, artists always want to work with like-minded artists. You don't want to work with someone who's too different from you, because then you're going to screw up whatever foundation you're trying to build.
Yeah.
So.
Lucky Ali, it will be. Right. And Dave?
I've worked with Gajendra Verma, and that was really fun. I love combining the Latin feel with the Indian rhythms, and I think it's a great marriage. So I'm open to someone like Lucky Ali, obviously, any legend, but it has to be in a situation where it's not a forced thing. You have to really like it. You have to be in the same. You got to meet. I love to meet whoever artist is that I'm working with, to share the vibe, but there's a lot, there's a rapper friend of mine. He was a young guy when Flipside was around. His name is Smokey the Ghost. He's an underground hip hop guy. He's and I love that guy. He's got great songs, and we've been talking about collaborating on stuff. So I'm open. To send me some stuff. I'd love to, there's so much good music that, be a great meeting of the worlds,
Sure. Do you people listen Indian music, Hindi music?
I'm just starting to. Dave has been immersed longer than I just landed here a week ago, and I just said, gotta start listening to this stuff.
Can you play or sing any Hindi song or not?
Well, I like the classics, the instrumentalist, Zakir Hussain.
Zakir Hussain sir,
Do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. I love that stuff.
The classical music.
The classical stuff, because whenever the music's too Americanized, like they send a lot of rappers send me music, and I'm like, it sounds like American rap. Like I don't want to hear I'd rather hear Indian rhythms with hip hop. I like that blending. It's different and new, and that's why if you notice all these producers, American producers, sample Indian Bollywood songs, and they become huge hits in America, because it's not your regular boom bap hip hop stuff. the rhythms are so amazing, you know. So you know, I have listened to a lot of that. My friend Jason Becker turned me on to a lot of these musicians, the sitar players, Ravi Shankar, right? How do you say his name?
Yes.
Yeah, so I said it right. Okay, obviously because I love George Harrison, the Beatles, that stuff, and I love that stuff. I even have a sitar, a big sitar at home.
Sitar.
Sitar,
Yes,
sitar.
Yes.
I'm so
Slightly.
awful, but so there's always, you know, the hot new, you know, popular artist. I like the artists that are usually no one like the older guys that don't, you know, they don't remember, you know, because not that I don't remember, but they're not like, you know, the popular ones. Like, he's the top hit, he sold many records, and I don't care about any of that. I don't care if you got Grammys, and I was like, I want authentic, good music. So when I go back to the old guys that can't, not old, I don't want to disrespect, back then the technology was different than it is now. If you play music, you could fine tune every note. So if I play a wrong note, I could fix it, right? Back then you couldn't do that. You had to be really good. You had a microphone and the performance. And it's all about when you're in the room, you hear it, it's the performance of the artist. And I love that. That's my favorite thing about the older classic guys.
Acha Dave, your band Flipside performed someday in Arunachal Pradesh.
Oh yeah? I don't remember.
Acha, you don't remember? Okay, then.
Which one
Okay,
was
then.
that? Oh, that's at the Orange Festival?
Yeah, the Orange
Of course,
Festival.
sorry. Yes.
So, what's the difference between, like, what you find difference between Indian audience and the other audience?
I'll tell you right off the bat, Indian artists really understand the music. They feel the music is like passionate. You know, I saw the kids just jumping up and down, singing back, and they were so engaged with the music, you know. American, like the audiences, that they see bands every day. There's so many bands. And it goes one ear, whatever's popular, whatever, you know. Whereas like that record made a dent here. A lot of the, you know, everyone was really young, you know, when that came out. And so now it's part of their life. It's part of their, you know, we played a song yesterday, played Someday, just, you know, play around. Everybody was singing it, you know. And that blows me away. It's like, wow, these guys really like that song, you know. And it's a very important song. That's the song that got us out there. And so when I saw the love we had from the audience and how much it means to them, it's very humbling, you know, it's very beautiful. And that's why I brought Alan here. Well, man, we got to go to India because they actually listen to the music and they care about the music and they feel the energy. They love, you guys love like musicianship, you know, do you guys, so it's like, I guess the education of music and art and the arts is a lot better here than everywhere. Everyone else, you know, not to put down our country, but it's like Diet Coke. You drink Diet Coke, there's no nutritional value in the Diet Coke. You guys drink water here. You know, music is water. It makes you stronger, more.
Right. We Indian love food. We Indian love creative people. We love music. So yeah, let's talk about India a little bit. Have you tried Indian food or not?
In a limited kind of way. Well, I had a bout with cancer a while ago, so I have to be very careful about what I eat and how much I eat. And I can't afford to get sick or I won't be able to go to these interviews. so I have to be very careful. But at the same time, I have been eating and sampling some of the Indian food at the hotels, and it's been great. So I had one of those crepes with the potatoes, and it was very good. Very, yeah, got me fired
Dave,
up.
I must suggest this. You are in Delhi. You should try chole bhature, and you should try pani puri. I can't say about you, but yeah, you must.
I am open. I'm sensitive though. I'm the only Latin guy that can't have spices. So as long as it's not spicy, and that's something my dad, my mother, everyone's like, I can't believe you're Chilean and you can't eat any spices. I think when I was little, I ate a big chili pepper, and it ruined me forever. So now I'm very careful.
Oh, that's the problem because we love spicy food.
Latino, we're so much alike, Latin people and in the world. We love the passion for music, passion for poetry, and passion for spicy food.
Ellen, since you mentioned, you are a cancer fighter, right? And cancer is something which kills you slowly, right?
Or quickly, depending on, sometimes
The stages.
sometimes the diagnosis kills people. They find out they have cancer and they instantly just give up because, oh, this is going to kill me. And I just think that's the worst thing. I had a friend of mine and he had cancer also, and then and he was my age, and he stopped eating. He goes, okay, I'm just going to give up. And I go, you have 2 kids and a wife and a business. Why are you giving up? Because I'm just not happy anyway. So I don't know whether the cancer killed him or he just he killed himself by not fighting it.
But sometimes process is long, you know, you have to spend so much money. Maybe it is a mentally also tiring process, right?
I think some people, for me, I just listened to my doctors and followed the protocol, but you understand, mine was terminal back then. There was no cure for it. So someone said, how did you get better? I just said, well, I changed a few dietary habits. I went back and started doing music again. So I just did things to make me happier. So if someone asked me, besides the chemotherapy or immunotherapy, all the treatments you can take, what else can you do for yourself? Spend time with people who love you back. And I think that love can help cure up to a point, but it'll help you cope with the cancer diagnosis and all the treatments that go with it. But I think people who are already miserable, they'll just die faster. And I've seen it. So yeah, so I'm also a freak of nature. That's what my cancer doctor told me. He goes, well, you're a freak of nature. My oncologist, he goes, you're a freak of nature, you'll survive this no matter what. So he was right. So
I want to do a session with you people. You can tell one line of closest song and I'll translate into Hindi and then you'll repeat after me.
I could do that,
Yeah?
I think.
Shall
Okay,
we?
but you got to project because I got to hear you. I got the singer's ears. I can't, I'm like half deaf, so.
Okay, just one line after that I'll translate.
Okay, there was a boy.
एक लड़का था.
एक लड़का था.
हाँ. Next.
She changed his world.
She changed his world. उसने
उसने
उसकी
उसकी
दुनिया
दुनिया
बदली.
बदली. That is hard.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, next line.
I want to get closer.
I want to get closer. मैं
मैं
तुम्हारे
पास
पास आना
चाहता
चाहता
हूँ.
Yes.
Okay, at least you did it one word at a time, because if you did the whole sentence, I would have.
Okay, so we can close this session with closer.
Oh, all right, great.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There was a boy and there was a girl. He stayed at home, she changed the world. They lived so close, she traveled far. Whenever she left, he never could start getting closer. Afraid to hold her, could not console her, and couldn't get closure. I wanna get closer, I just wanna hold you, I wanna get closure. You know that I love you. I wanna get close, I wanna get closer to your heart. I wanna be your perfect lover, start our lives over.
That was the closer. And thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you.
It was great talking to you too, so thank you.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
questions.
you. Yeah. And thank you for watching this video.